It's just a game, guys. If you do these things, your songs will get more streams. You will trigger the algorithm, but you got to do the work up front to promote your songs ahead of time before it even comes out, and then the day it comes out, and then your post-release afterwards. This is like my 30 to 90 day strategy for promoting your song. I want to share with you right now. Now listen, you've uploaded your song to your distributor. That's easy, right? But you got to schedule it weeks in advance. I like 3 to 4 when we're really planning this thing out so you can have all your assets done, right? You want to make sure all your social media banners are ready to go when the song launches. And maybe you want to even update them before it's out. For what? The pre-save campaign. And you know I love and hate these, but when you do a pre-save and you give away a bunch of your songs, because nobody wants to pre-save your song. I don't even want to pre-save a Linkin Park song, and they're like one of my favorite bands. I'll just wait. But if you're going to say, hey, pre-save my song, and I'll give you a few other songs earlier, now I want to pre-save your song. So you got to turn it into an offer, because nobody wants to pre-save a song unless you incentivize them, okay? And then the day of the song comes out, your song shows up in the library, so you have way more chance of getting more streams, okay? You want to make sure you've pitched your song to the editorial team, okay? That's easy. We know to do that, right? And these things are easy to do. They're simple to do, but for some reason, we just skip to do them. Spotify Canvas. I've preached that for years. Get that 4 to 8 second video in your song, because you will get more shares, especially if you're going to do all the things that I'm sharing in here. Spotify Marquee Campaign. Okay, and so this is for some of you that have maybe a bigger fan base already, right? But you want to tell all your fans. Like, it blows me away when I look in my data for my song that comes out that a lot of my fans have not even heard my new song. Spotify wants to charge me to reach more of my followers, which is stupid. It's annoying. It's frustrating, right? But their whole thought of is it, well, you're not always releasing great songs, or how do we know? So we're not just going to share your song to everyone. Like, if it's a real banger, let the algorithm share it out, right? But you can pay to force it to share to all your songs. So it's like, okay, if I really want streams on this new song, on this new album, then I got to do everything I can. And to be honest with you, sometimes we skip doing the Spotify Marquee for singles and we do it more for EPs or albums. But at the end of the day, man, if you're trying to grow this thing and really blow up every song, you want to do everything you possibly can, okay? Or do a showcase. And outside of Spotify, make sure you pitch your song to Amazon playlists as well too, okay? If you have not done that. The other thing is, you want to make sure you're doing your playlist pitch campaigns and scheduling them before the song comes out. That way, the day the song comes out, the curators have already listened to it and they've already said either yes or no. And so they add that song the day it comes out. So now all of a sudden you're getting streams from all over the place, but we're not done yet. Okay, we want to look at running Facebook ads. Okay, Facebook and Instagram ads to a playlist, all right? And you want to do that preferably before the song is out. You want to be growing your playlist before the song comes out. So when the song does drop, you just add that to the playlist and all of a sudden, boom, instant streams, baby. Whether you want to do radio is up to you. That's a longer game. I really don't suggest that unless you've got a market, like if it's college or something where you only have to spend a few $100 to get those eyes. But those aren't really going to move the needle for the Spotify algorithm, okay? That's just one thing that you can do. Obviously, all the Facebook groups, you definitely want to be running retargeting ads for the fan base that you've been building. And you might have been building that fan base not just by ads, but by organic posts. Okay, so in Facebook and Instagram, you're posting, right? Well, you can create retargeting groups, okay, so that, or audiences, I should say, of people who've interacted with your profile so that you can pay cheaper to retarget them on the day of the launch. By the way, I'm just reading out of my song launch checklist. This comes with video training and a whole bunch of stuff. I'll put the link below here. Have you made it your artist pick? Whether it's your playlist or your song, make it the artist pick the day the song comes out. If you have an SMS list, make sure you send it to your text list. Make sure you email your list. And if you're not building these lists, you should be. Like, that's what a pre-save campaign does. You're getting the pre-saves, but you should also be asking for the email, right? So you can build up that email list, baby. Because just because they've pre-saved your song, and I talked about this in my Spotify challenge, that just because they saved your song doesn't mean they're going to listen to it the day of. But what if you send them now an email reminder because you got the pre-save, and hopefully you also collected the email address, right? What about bands in town? right? What are you going to do for Bands in Town? Send out a blast to all the people that follow you on Bands in Town? What about social influencers? You know, and I know this is adding up the budget, but like, it's like, again, these are all easy to do. And I know not everybody has money, but a lot of you got money, because I know a lot of you got like an $800, $1,500 iPhone, right? Decrease your expenses and increase your income to lead up to this, so you can do the biggest, baddest, gnarliest campaign and blow up your song and trigger the algorithm. Because when we got all these things hitting, firing on all the engines, like, it's impossible for the song not to do better than if you don't do these things. Run Spotify ads. I talked about this in another video, right? Run Spotify ads inside of Spotify directly to a playlist. And we always run ads to a playlist, okay? A playlist that you control that has your songs on it. Because if you just go right to the song, after they've played your song, it could play somebody else's song. But we want them to go to a playlist or an album so that they keep listening to your song. So you get more streams, more royalties, and trigger that algorithm, and hopefully more fans, right? That's what really we want. We're triggering the algorithm because we want more fans. Of course, organic content, right? Like, you're going to create lots of different posts of you performing the song, singing the song, stories behind the song, how you made it, why these lyrics mean so much to you, and then you punch into the favorite part of the song. And we don't know what is the best part of the song yet until you've made multiple different posts. Like, hopefully it's the hook or the verse or the bridge, we don't know, or a certain part of the bridge. But we want short form content and lots of it. Why? Because we want to use that for ads, right? All this organic content is just fodder for our ads. Yes, if it blows up to the point you're getting hundreds of thousands, millions of views on it, that's going to drive streams as well. But again, you've got to do this content so that you have a chance of freaking blowing up the song and hitting the algorithm. Now, there's a ton more things you can do in here. You can run TikTok ads, of course, as well. You can do a lot of different advertising and whatnot. And again, I might have overwhelmed you. You got to choose which ones work best for you. But what I find when I layer all of them on top, it's just like a guaranteed success of that song. Because the other reason we want to have a really big bump at the beginning of the song, especially the first 24 hours, because then the arc is longer. It doesn't dip down. Because a lot of times when you release a new song, it's normally, boom, the first day is huge, and then it slowly dips down unless the algorithm or something else grabs it, and then it's back up, okay? And if you personally want help with implementing this stuff and launching your songs and putting a game plan together, I've officially reopened my coaching program where I'm coaching every single week. It's called Fanbase University. We're going to be going live for over an hour and a half. It's super small knit right now. It's going to be an amazing community. It's got a whole bunch of training in there, walking you through all this stuff. I'll put the link below so you can join, and hopefully we'll see you on one of those calls, and I'll get to meet you and walk you through all this stuff and help you grow your music career too. Peace.